Hello, in this lesson, we will be setting up the Kubernetes Controller Manager. So we have set up the systemd service for the Kubernetes API server, and now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to be setting up the Kubernetes Controller Manager. So the first thing we need to do is we need to move a file into a particular location that is going to be needed by the Kube Controller Manager. And I'm logged into my two Kubernetes controller servers, and I'm going to be running these commands on both servers. So I'm going to do a sudo cp to make a copy of this file, and that's going to be the kube controller manager.kubeconfig. This is one of those kubeconfig files that we generated in an earlier lesson and then uploaded to both of the controller servers. Now we're going to take that file and we're going to copy it from the home directory to the appropriate location that it needs to be in so that we can use it for our Kube Controller Manager service. And I'm going to copy the file to var/lib/Kubernetes. So now I've copied that Kube Controller Manager.kubeconfig to var/lib/Kubernetes, and I'm ready to go ahead and generate my systemd unit file. And of course, you can find the command to generate this unit file in the description below this video. But all I'm doing is I'm generating a unit file for Kube Controller Manager. And that unit file is going to go in etc systemd/system/kubecontrollermanager.service. So it's just a typical systemd unit file. Now there are several flags that are being defined here. You'll notice we've got some flags that are pointing to our certificate files. We copied these over in the previous lesson. And here's a reference to that file that we just now copied in this lesson, that kubeconfig file. So if you were setting up your cluster, you could actually put these files wherever you want to put them on your server, and then you can point to those locations using these flags. Well, we've made the decision to just put them in var/lib/Kubernetes for the purposes of this course. A couple other flags I want you to notice are the cluster CIDR and the service cluster IP range. I'm not going to explain those right now because I think it will make more sense to explain those flags later on when we talk about Kubernetes networking. But I just want you to take notice of those flags and know that we're defining some CIDR values that are going to be used as part of our networking configuration here in the Kube Controller Manager unit file. And we'll refer back to this information later when we talk about Kubernetes networking. So I'm going to go ahead and run that command to create that file. And that's all I need to do in order to configure my Kubernetes Controller Manager service.